Welcome. We have an extra special thing for LAN Party today. So for the first time, we've been wanting to do this for a long time, but for the first time, it's been a long time making, we have 4 guys from Naughty Dog that developed Last of Us, as well as going back into previous titles as well. Tons of you guys, especially the younger guys out there in the audience, all are looking at you always want to do game development. You guys want to know how to get into the games industry, you want to know how to do that. If you think game tester is the best job in the industry, yeah, you got a lot of learning to do about your future career that you're looking at. So I want these guys to introduce themselves to you guys. If you guys could tell them a bit about what you guys do, what your specific role within it is, and then what you'd recommend for people wanting to get into it now.
So I'm the videographer, editor at Naughty Dog. I make the trailers and behind the scenes videos and stuff. Yeah, I think a great way to, really, I think it's just about finding what you're good at and kind of finding the one route for it that lets you do what you feel like you're really good at.
Because there's tons of roles in the game industry. It's not
there's so many different directions. So many different directions you can go in.
Did you personally go to school for it?
I didn't go to school for games. I went to school for film, and then ended up I was a tester at Naughty Dog.
And it was the best job ever, right?
It was the best job ever.
What is game testing exactly? Just to get it out of the.
Well, game testing is actually a lot of writing. The most important thing you do as a game tester is report bugs, right? So you're gonna play the game. But you're not going to play it like you play it at home. You're going to play it to find bugs. Once you find those bugs, you need to write them up in a way that other people can understand them. So your writing skills are the most important thing.
None of that sounded fun at all.
Yeah.
Come on, you don't like writing? It's tons of writing.
I guarantee you, everybody that's thinking I just wish I didn't have to go to school. I could just play video games all day. It's like,
yeah, right.
You like writing papers? Nope. And would you say is there a lot of upward mobility in game testing?
It's a department, just like the rest of the departments, and you shouldn't think of it like it's the entry job. You should think of it like it's ancillary. I don't even want to say ancillary. It's certainly a part of the it's core for making games, of course. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it is its own department.
Yeah, Rob, what do you do, Rob?
I'm Robert Ryan. I'm a game designer at Naughty Dog. I work primarily on multiplayer stuff. I also do some single player things as well, mostly related to way weapons work and things like that. I actually did go to school for it for a little bit. Mostly learn the tools, but most of your work is done on your own, outside of school, building a portfolio on the skills that you learn in school, and that's tough.
When I was in film school, I constantly just encountered people over and over again where it's like they went to high school, they didn't really do anything with film, they wanted to, they probably watched movies and they wanted to do it, and then they got to film school and they were doing their classwork and you're like, oh, let's film something the weekend. They're like, oh, I do that all week. That's like the last thing I'd want to do. It's like you're in the wrong industry. You're in the wrong path.
I'm Eric. I'm a community strategist at Naughty Dog. For me, and the advice I always give to people is you need to network like crazy. Figure out what you're into and figure out what you want to do. Learn a lot about the outside world, because making a game, you're shaping a world, right? You need to have all these skills from outside the world that you can put into this fantasy world you're creating.
There's a lot of actual resources out there that I don't think people take advantage of for that. Like the IGDA, the International Game Developers Association, has chapters all over the country, and they run meetings where game developers from studios will get together and talk, and anyone's welcome. So it's completely possible as a student to go in and talk to these guys and meet them and ask them questions.
All right, my name's Quentin Cobb. I'm a game designer at Naughty Dog. I worked on multiplayer and single player. Still working on multiplayer, DLC right now. I got into the industry starting as a tester. I wouldn't recommend doing that if you have the choice to go to school. If you have the option to go to school for design or art or animation, that's definitely the way to go. Go to school, work on side projects, and then build out your portfolio and your reel or whatever it is that you do. Coming in as a tester is possible, but it's tough. It's definitely a lot of hard work.
Most people that replied, they had specific jobs, but there's a large population of people. When I asked what you want to do if you were in the games industry, everyone's like, I want to be a designer, I want to be the idea guy, the guy that comes up. If you want to be that guy, you need to learn everything. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, oh, but I don't want to do that. I want to be the guy that tells Anime what to do. You need to learn everyone else's job.
The pure high-level designers that are just ideas and someone else does it, they're just dying off. You need a sellable skill nowadays, and every company has different things they want their designers to do. We do a lot of level design and scripting and everything that relates to that, as well as creating the ideas behind the game, but there isn't a single high-level guy. Even our game director, gets his hands dirty every once in a while.
So guys, this is the first time we ever kind of sat down and talked with the developers. Let us know what you like, what you want to learn more about, this is something we want to do more in the future, and let's get to playing right now. I think that's going to be a separate episode for you guys, but we're playing.